right, welcome everybody. Thank you for joining us for this week's webinar series. We are really excited about this topic. I'm joined today by Ryan McMurray he's the sales director over at Ebix. I'll give him a chance to introduce himself in a minute. We're going to start with just a couple of kind of housekeeping items as we get this kicked off. We really appreciate you all joining us, and we want to make sure that you all know that we record all of our webinars. So all of our webinars are recorded and we post them on our YouTube channel. So if you haven't had a chance to watch one of our recent webinars, on Tuesday we did kind of a customer spotlight on one of our customers who's had a lot of success using the IXN platform. So we post those on our YouTube channel and we blast them out and stuff like that. You can also find them on our website at ixn.tech. As we go, please feel free to post any questions in the chat, and then also there's a Q&A box there that you can ask questions in. We'll try to cover those towards the end, and as we've gotten through all of our content, we may stop occasionally and answer some questions if they're pertinent at the time. But yeah, so let's jump right in. My name is Lasse Ljung. I'm the Chief Revenue Officer. I'm also one of the co-founders here at IXN. And Ryan, if you want to go ahead and introduce yourself.
Well, yeah, Ryan McMurray. I'm with Ebix. We provide a lot of different solutions, and which I'll get into in just a second. But yeah, just excited to be along, excited for this partnership with IXN.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, so that's our topic today. You see here on the screen the peanut butter and jelly, and I want to make sure everyone knows why we put that on the screen. We thought it was kind of a fun way to show that, you know, peanut butter and jelly is something here in America, at least, traditionally go together really well, right? And so with this partnership, for a lot of you who are looking for a full solution for your life insurance and even other needs for different lines of business, the IXN and Ebix SmartOffice platform go together really nicely and create like a whole end-to-end solution from needs analysis, quoting, application, all the way through to, you know, commissions, case status, CRM, all that kind of stuff on their end of things. So we're pretty excited about this. We feel like we have a lot of mutual clients already, and we have a lot of people looking for a solution like that. That's the full end-to-end solution, as either as a new agency or as an alternative to what you're currently doing. So yeah, so today we're going to start out with giving a little background on the two companies. So Ryan here will go first. He'll give you a little background on Ebix and show you a demo of the SmartOffice platform. And then I will take over and I'll show you the IXN. I'll give you a little background on IXN, show you our services, and then we'll walk through the integration, kind of the different touch points where we work together really nicely, show you guys the integration that's working. This is live, so we are live with this. We can set up agencies if you're a mutual client, and then we'll do some Q&A. We'll show you our contact info because I'm sure you're all going to be eager to talk to us after today's webinar, right, Ryan?
That's right. That's right. So yeah, I'll jump in now and just kind of talk about my company, Ebix, that I'm here representing. And so, yeah, Ebix as a company, we've been around for over 40 years, specifically focused on the financial services industry. We offer a lot of different products, most notably probably WinFlex, which is our illustration solution. But also today we're going to be talking about SmartOffice, which is our CRM agency management solution. But Ebix as a company, we've been around for a long time. We have a long proven history. We have great financial health, so we're going to continue to be around for a long time to come to continue to support our products and our clients. And so we're really excited for this partnership with IXN, just because I feel like we're better together, just like peanut butter and jelly. You know, individually they're good, but together they make a great treat. So SmartOffice, which we're going to be talking about today, is, like I said, our CRM and AMS solution. And what I really like about the solution is the fact that it is very, very comprehensive. What we wanted to put out was a tool that the entire organization could use, not just a select group within. There are a lot of agencies that I speak with that have their sales team on one solution, case managers on a completely different solution, commissions people maybe using an Excel document, and so there creates this natural disconnect within the team that we wanted to solve. And so with SmartOffice, we do try to cover a whole lot of ground by design. We do all the basic CRM functions, whether it's advisor or contact management, calendaring, notes, the ability to push out mass correspondence and marketing, licensing, contracting, carrier appointments, all built in. We have the ability to, of course, do all the pending case management all the way through the underwriting cycle, in-force business, commission tracking, recruit tracking, event tracking, you name it, we can do it. And that way, again, everybody in the team can plug into one single solution and get what they need out of it. And so there is one version of the advisor, there is one version of the insured, there's one version of the case. So we don't have to update 5 or 6 different systems. We don't have to add notes in a bunch of different places, just one, which is SmartOffice. And then from there, you can kick off to any other applications. Today we're going to be talking about the IXN integrations, but real quick, I'm going to go through a very fast demo of SmartOffice, and then I'll turn it over to Lasse after that. So first off, like I was saying, SmartOffice, we do try to cover a lot of ground, and with that does come challenges primarily on with user onboarding and learning curve, and that's something that we've done a really effective job of getting over, I feel. One of the more popular features of SmartOffice or functions of SmartOffice is the way that it connects with all of Microsoft Office, especially Outlook. And so right now, I just have my Outlook open, all my contact cards. And so SmartOffice does sync both calendar and contacts both ways. So you can schedule through your phone, through Outlook, or through the SmartOffice database itself, and all the data is going to flow back and forth. But also, another great thing is the fact that we actually expose SmartOffice information through Outlook itself. And so what that would look like is I have my demo advisor, Philip Anderson, here. And hopefully the sizing is okay for everybody visually. But what we do now is we actually can expose the SmartOffice database through Outlook. And we wanted to go this way just because we felt like just about everybody has some sort of comfort level with Outlook already, and instead of forcing our users to learn new tricks and jump through our hoops to get access, we wanted to bring the database to where the user is already comfortable. And so we actually exposed, so I just brought up Phil's contact card here, and he's one of my advisors, but I could see he's a gold level advisor of ours. His wife's name's Mary, and as I go down the line, I can actually see a notepad. So this is our live notepad. You can write notes into it through here. So I'm just going to say IXN rules, right? And then we'll see that in the full version once I do a formal sign-in. But this is really cool stuff because I can also see all of his cases in here and review statuses or whatnot. I can get into his licenses, contracts, appointments. I have a lot of information, and also, of course, pre-sales. And so this would be if you are using WinFlex, since that is our product, it integrates very closely, and we can bring those images and all that illustration information back into the solution. But really, this is a long way of saying that we really pride ourselves on being very user-friendly so that you can get in here from day one and pluck out what you need and kind of be as efficient as possible. And so this plugin window or this visibility window, of course, it's over here on the contact cards like I'm showing, but it's also on the email reading panes, which is probably even better, because if this advisor, Philip Anderson, were to send me an email, I pop it open to read. Right on the bottom of it, I'm going to have access to all this SmartOffice information, so I might be unfamiliar with the relationship, but I can educate myself real fast by staying exclusively in Outlook and not having to click over to another screen to learn myself up. So that's the Outlook side. Now I'm going to go ahead and jump over to the full version of SmartOffice, and for that I'm going to go through Chrome, and I'm just going to go ahead and get signed in. And when I do that, the first place it's going to bring me is to what we call dashboards. And I'm going to go actually zoom in on this a little bit better just to make sure, or a little bit more just to make sure everybody can see. But like I was saying on my PowerPoint, we do try to cover a whole lot of ground, and that way that we can service the entire organization. And with all of that great power comes great responsibility. And what I mean by that is we don't want everybody to sign into the database, somebody in the sales role, and just get bombarded with a bunch of information that just isn't applicable for their day. And so with that said, we have these dashboards where you can log in, and each user can tell us what's important for their own day-to-day. And so if I was in a sales role, I'm going to probably set up my dashboard with something like this, where I have my call list for the day, my sales pipeline on the right, or by contrast, if I am coming in here as a case manager, I'd probably set up something a little bit more similar to this, where I could see the entire team's follow-ups, I could see any follow-ups that I'm personally responsible for, or just all of my cases separated out by status. And so the whole thought about this, again, is all about efficiency, saving you clicks. These are the 5 things I need, pull them up to the surface so I get them as soon as I sign in. Now, one of the actual integration touch points that Lasse is going to end up showing you all is we have another version of the dashboard which exposes the IXN form engine. And so you can actually put together nice form packets directly from within the SmartOffice interface. And so it's really, really cool, really efficient, and again, it's all about not having to log into 6 different systems if we don't have to. Next thing I'm going to do is actually look for an advisor real quick. So I'm just going to come up here to the top middle and change my search criteria to advisor and start typing in Philip Anderson's name, A-N-D, comma, P. And that takes me directly to his record. Now, this is going to be Phil's advisor record where we have all of his information, of course, his name, gold level advisor, just like it said over in Outlook. As I start to scroll down, I can see which carriers he's appointed with, phone numbers, addresses, emails. Another touch point with Outlook is if I did want to send an email to Phil, pretty simple. I just click on his email address here, and what's going to end up happening is SmartOffice will communicate with Outlook to bring up a new message for me. And then I can go ahead and type in anything I want. So let's just say blah, 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 blah. And I'm going to say send. Now, when I do that, it's going to say, hey, you're sending an email. Do you want that posted? Yeah, of course. And so what it's going to do now is a lookup through the database to make sure it finds the right place. And so that posting screen is going to look like this. It just popped on my other screen. Sorry. Let me pull this up here. Okay, so here's my posting screen. And so this is where I can say, make sure that this email finds its way to the right spot. In this case, yeah, of course we want to send it to Phil, but maybe we want to link it to a specific case or maybe his supervisor's record. We have a lot of different abilities there. I'm just going to go ahead and post it to try to keep it a little bit simple. And that's going to find its way into Phil's notepad. And so where that notepad is on the top right here, under this little yellow spiral notebook. When I press that, I'm going to see, of course, that email I just sent, date, time, and user stamped. And as I start going down, I can see that email I'd written through Outlook just a little bit ago, IXN rules, and then going on down, I have more emails, calls that were scheduled, outcomes of activities, everything about Phil, or our relationship with Phil, I should say. Also, here I am going to have my WinFlex button, and so this would launch me over to WinFlex, and then I could save those outcomes back into SmartOffice. Those would end up in the pre-sales area, and so this is where I'm going to have my entire log of all of my illustrations and quotes. And then if I want to click into any of them, I could see the raw data. So all the information that was entered in through WinFlex gets saved back in, including that image of the PDF. From there, I get a couple of other highlights that I'd like to show before I transition out of here. But we have this licenses area, which is really cool, which states he's licensed in, continuing education, E&Os. Right next door to that, I have the actual official contracts and appointments area, so which carriers he's appointed with. Contract starts to touch on commissions, so this is where you can build up all of your rates and hierarchies and make sure people get paid, including the agency. The house gets paid correctly from the carriers. The case management would happen under this pending cases tab. So we're staying contained on just Phil the advisor, but of course this can all be done globally. But if I click into any one of these cases, let's just find a live case here. Let's go with this one. This is going to take me to the pending case screen. We have relationships with just about every carrier to bring in pending case updates, but we got the big six status and date up on the top right, or top left here rather, premiums, carrier product, just all the information, insured, advisor list, and then on the bottom, or actually right next door, I'm going to have the requirements with their statuses, what's outstanding versus received, and so on and so forth. Once the case does finish underwriting and goes in force, it'll jump the fence over to this policies tab, and this is going to be all about enforced policy management at that point. And so if we want to let Phil know if cases are coming up for renewal or conversion dates are coming, whatever, we're going to have that ability to do so. And so this is just a little highlight reel of SmartOffice. If for any full tours, give me a call. So what I'm going to do is stop sharing my screen and let Lasse take it away. Oh, mute.
Perfect. Thanks, Ryan. That was awesome. Yeah, I think part of the reason we decided to integrate with SmartOffice was we really feel like you guys are the industry standard as far as agency management systems. Yeah, it's a really great platform. I mean, really nowhere else are you going to get quite the level of like commissions, pending case, like things coming in from the carrier, and then all the functionality that comes with your platform. So nice work on that. So can you see the IXN ecosystem screen here now?
Well, I think I just see the My Drive.
Oh, whoops. Share the wrong screen. Let's see here. There we go. We got it right now. IXN ecosystem. Perfect. All right, so I'm going to give you a little bit of overview on the IXN platform, and we'll jump into a demo of the different pieces, and then we'll take a look at how we've integrated our two platforms together. So IXN, we're here based out of Utah. We've been around for a few years, and we feel like we've built a great platform on the front end. The ability to quote and apply and grab the forms that you need, and really do that from anywhere. And that which really kind of leads me into our different product solutions that we have. So, the first column you see here is we have a bunch of tools for, running your quotes, analyzing analyzing what your client's needs are, figuring out the right health categories, stuff like that, as well as product information. So kind of narrowing down the right products, and then the ability to apply. We have our e-ticket solution. We have our e-app solution, so electronic full applications, and then our forms engine, which is our traditional PDF builder, where you can build your own PDF applications. You can grab the underwriting guides from there. You can grab supplemental forms, customer service forms, a bunch of different tools from there. And then on the last segment, which probably isn't quite as known, is some of the marketing tools we have as well. So the ability to access all of our rates via API, our forms via API. We have a consumer-facing kind of lead gen tool, as well as we do websites for agents and agencies. So that's kind of the high-level view of what IXN has. But one of the kind of the mantras, so to speak, of IXN is everything we do, we try to make it cross-platform. So everything you can do on the web, we feel like you should be able to do on the golf course or at a coffee shop or with your phone. Everybody has one of these nowadays in their hand, and you want to be able to utilize a lot of the things. Exactly, there you go. Ryan has one, right? There are a few holdouts that still have the flip phones. I occasionally run into them, and don't quite get it, but whatever. And so we try to make everything cross-platform. And so, and with that comes powerful management and analytics tools. We easily integrate with third parties, because we understand that we don't do everything well. There's things that we do really well, and we want to focus on those things and do those, be the best at those things. Let someone else build an agency management system, and we'll integrate with that, because that's what they're focused on. They do that really well, and so you get best of class solutions when you get people doing that. Whereas IXN says, hey, we do this quoting application and kind of cross-platform mobile solutions really, really well. Let's be the best at that. And then let's have a really tight, nice integration with someone like SmartOffice. And then into our platform, we build APIs pretty much for everything. So for those of you who are looking to customize things, or maybe building your own front-end solution, or whatever it is you're looking to do, we work a lot with online marketers, direct marketers right now, especially with the current situation. There's a lot of people looking for ways to kind of differentiate themselves online. And so we have a lot of solutions for that as well. So let's pop into the individual products. I'm going to briefly go through these, and then I'll actually show them to you. So we have our agency life quoter. This is our quote engine that's embedded right onto your website. This is also accessed from SmartOffice. We'll show you where that is, how that's accessed here in a minute. You can do term, GUL, final expense quoting, with table ratings, riders, and waivers. It's got integrated forms, underwriting guides, bunch of different tools. This is your web platform kind of hub for the IXN products. And you can do lots of comparisons and all kinds of things. And then they come with kind of analytics on the back end. We have our carrier forms engine. This is where you're going to have your fillable PDFs for new business, supplemental forms, underwriting guides. And this is integrated as well with SmartOffice. So now from within SmartOffice, like Ryan mentioned, from your dashboard, you can just go in and grab your forms. No more leaving that to go out to your website to then log into some other system. They're right there, and you can just build your packet, grab what you need. Hey, I need a quick change of beneficiary form, and it's right there where you're already working. Our mobile app, this is really what's one of the things that kind of put IXN on the map, where we really differentiated ourselves. These other products are great. We create really nice user experiences. We really are the leader in mobile app technology in this industry. So what we do here is we build a custom branded app for your agency that your downline agents can download. From that app, they can access content, they can do quotes, they can apply for life insurance, there's calculators, and there's a whole bunch of customization that goes into it. One of my favorite pieces is what we're going to show you today is that we've got this notifications tool, and we've got that mobile app set up to integrate with SmartOffice. So anytime a case status changes in SmartOffice, your agents can get real-time notifications right on their phone. I think that's revolutionary. I mean, that's, from what I've heard, most BGAs, that's one of the biggest headaches, is just making sure their agents are up to date on what's going on with the cases.
Massive, save some phone calls.
Yeah, exactly. So that's our kind of our mobile app platform. We'll dig into that as well. We have a drop ticket solution, so you can actually submit tickets directly to carriers from our platform. Some of them are our own, directly integrated with a carrier. Some of them, we have this open platform architecture. We kind of think of ourselves kind of like a Google versus an Apple, where we like to work with others. So if you're working with applicant, if you want to work directly with a carrier, if there's another solution, we can integrate that into our mobile and web platform, so you can do drop tickets from there. We also have an electronic application and signature process, which where we've built the ability to now do full applications into our platform. We partnered with a company called Paperless Solutions Group for the ability to fill the application and send that off for e-signature. So it's a great way to, hey, I want to do a full application. I don't want to trust it to a call center. I want that to flow all the way through, get an in good order application, get the signature so I can submit that to the carrier, and I never have to see the client in person, and I've got the full application. So that's a really, really powerful platform that we've got built into our solution. Our Life Quotes API, I mentioned we have several APIs, but this is kind of our most popular, where you can access our term, GUL, final expense rates, if you're building out your own front-end user experience. Then our website, our consumer-facing quote engine, this is going to be your lead gen type tool. So if you, let's say you have some downline agents who want to, who have a website and they want to generate some leads from it, they can easily plug in a very affordable quote engine right into their website, and that just, then the consumer can go on there, run real-time quotes, and generate leads. And then everything within the IXN system is powered by the dashboard. And the dashboard, there's your basic settings like go in, select your carrier, select your products, stuff like that. But then there's also, you can dig into analytics. You can manage all your leads that come in. You can, from the consumer-facing platform, you can basic management. It's not a full CRM, but you can send out your push notifications or manual push notifications to the mobile app. There's a whole bunch of features that are available on the dashboard that comes with all the IXN products. So everyone who's a user on the IXN platform gets access to our dashboard, and there's a lot of power in that solution. So let me show you some of these platforms. I'm not going to take too much time on this because I want to be cognizant of everyone's time. But what you see here, this is our agency life quoter. Let me go back to the first screen. So this embeds right into your website. So one of the nice things about it is there's not even any single sign-on needed or a login. You can actually, your agents can go on here and run quotes and do comparisons without having to log in. Now, most agencies put it behind like a password protected area of their site to make it available to their agents. But once they get there, you don't have to like jump out to another system. It's embedded. So it feels like it's part of your site. So pretend like this is your logo up here and your navigation, and it's embedded right onto your site. It can also be embedded into SmartOffice. So if I open up SmartOffice here and I go into one of my contacts, let's say we're looking at Joseph Ackerman here. And I'm working in this contact, seeing some emails come in, updating case status, things like that. You'll notice that there's a little button right up here in the top right that says IXN. And so what I can do is I can click on that button, and what it's going to do is it's going to open up the IXN quote engine right from there, autofill any information that we have, like date of birth, or in this case, it filled the age, first name, last name, even the agent information that we have on file here. And then I can utilize that platform, our platform, right from here to do any of my comparisons that I want. And run quotes, access forms, access all those types of things. So a really nice integration there where I can just pop out and start utilizing the IXN tools. From here, I can go right into doing like an e-application. I can go right into doing a drop ticket. I can download the forms. So, hey, I want to grab the new business forms, things like that. Hey, here's my packet, select them, download them, all that kind of stuff. So basically all the tools are available right there, jumping out from SmartOffice. So it saves you some time jumping back and forth from system to system. You don't have to go to your website and access those tools. It's right here from within the platform. So that's, and it doesn't cost anything extra. So if you have our system and it's plugged into your website and you also have SmartOffice, there's no extra cost to integrate those two, to make that available. We wanted to make sure that that was something that you don't have to buy like a separate quote engine for SmartOffice. It's the same quote engine, and all your settings are going to be the same. So the carriers that you've selected, all that kind of stuff is going to be available there. There's a whole bunch of things we can do. I'm just going to briefly just go over them. I can grab underwriting guides here if I want to see the carrier guides. We keep those up to date. We can, let's say we want to run a quote real quick. We can get to our quote results in a second. Here we go. And here's our 20 and our 25-year term because we ran a couple of those. I can then do comparisons where I can download, email, or text a PDF right from here off to my client to do a comparison, or if I want to save that to SmartOffice, I can download it to upload it to SmartOffice. If you're using the Outlook plugin, it'll automatically save that attachment. I can, from here, I can look at carrier features. I can even filter by those features if I want. So, hey, I only want to see carriers who have an accelerated underwriting program, or I only want to see carriers who have a critical illness ADV rider covered. So nice little filtering features to get to the right products, as well as, hey, my customer wants to pay somewhere between $30 to $50 a month. You can change these sliders down. Now we've got 49 results. What can we get between that? So some nice little filtering options. Oops. That again, because I just moved that. So, and then from here, probably the most powerful aspect of this is, hey, I want to grab the forms. I want to now start writing business, right? So I can build my packet here, my application packet, or if I want to do this electronically, I come up here and I click Get Started, and I can do a drop ticket right from here. So I can submit this directly to the carrier, you know, in 4 easy steps. It takes less than 5 minutes. I can do an e-app right from here. So if I want to come in here and I want to do the full application, like I mentioned, powered by Paperless Solutions Group here, so we built this nice front-end interface, and they use all the data we collect here to stamp it right onto the application and send it off to the client for e-signature. So again, you never even have to see the client. You can do everything over the phone or however you want. My internet connection is unstable. So a lot of power within this platform here. A lot of different things you can do that are available. We can also, if we just need the forms, like a new business or supplemental form, we can go in here and we can quickly grab the forms we need. So, hey, I need an American General form for their select a term product for the state of Georgia. We can grab the new business forms. So here's my new business packet. I need a customer service form, like a change of beneficiary packet or something like that. That's all available. And this forms engine, like Ryan said earlier, can also be embedded within SmartOffice. So right here from within SmartOffice, when I'm on my dashboard, you can see there's an IXN Forms button right up here. And just like I just showed you, come in here, and it's the same exact stuff. I can grab what I need. I'm not looking for Guam. Hey, I need a supplemental form. Let's see what we got here. I can change it to list view if I want, come down here and say, oh, great, I need a commercial insurance solicitation record for the military. You know, whatever it is you need, you can download, email, or text that right from here, from within SmartOffice. So again, another way you don't have to leave SmartOffice. Yeah, so that's really our web platform. There's a lot of tools there, a lot of functionality, a lot of great features. I want to make sure I show you guys the mobile app, because like I said earlier, this is really kind of something that differentiates us. If you weren't on our webinar on Tuesday, we interviewed one of our customers, Jeffrey Zellers from Topo Financial, and he talked about this mobile app platform. He's been with us for a while, and he was one of our kind of early adopters on the platform, and he told us that he built a mobile app with us and it paid for itself in 3 weeks. Just from recruiting an agent who placed a fairly large case, and he did it right through the app. It's awesome. So they can come in here, from within the app, there's a lot of different tools that are baked into the app. One of my favorites, like I mentioned earlier, is this integration we now have with SmartOffice. So there's a notifications tool. Within that notification tool, you can message each user individually, or you can send a message to everybody. That's done from our dashboard here. So that's like a custom message, right? That's something, hey, you know, we got a webinar this week, come join us. Hey, you know, Protective just added a 35 and a 40-year term, check it out, you know, that kind of thing. You can message all your users from there. And that's done here in the members section. So you can come in here and message an individual user, or you can message everybody. Now we have an API built into that, and SmartOffice took advantage of that. And so when I'm in here in SmartOffice and I go to my pending cases, And let's say we're looking at this one here. Anytime that pending case changes, what it'll do if you have the integration set up is it'll hit our database, check if that agent has downloaded the mobile app, and if they have their user on it, it'll send them a push notification to that app that says, hey, your app has been moved for, what's the name here? For this client, I don't know where to find the name. Oh, Craig Stevens here. For Craig Stevens has been moved to approved, or hey, we need this form, or whatever it is, awaiting principal review, or that kind of thing. And so that way, it doesn't completely replace the ability to it doesn't completely replace the ability to communicate with your agents about the cases, but it gives them real-time info, gives them real-time data on how to or on what's going on with their cases, and it, because again, they all have this phone, in their hand. Now, within that mobile app, there's a whole bunch of other features here as well. So probably one of the more popular features is the ability to do needs analysis, quote, and apply. So I come in here, I do a needs analysis, I run a quick life insurance quote, and a lot of the quoting functionality, pretty much all the quoting functionality you saw on the web platform is available here. So a lot of power here. I click get quotes. Takes me a few seconds. Here we go. We've got our quote results. I then click on a carrier. And here I can see more detail on that quote, as well as I can click get started, text and email, or text a quote, email a quote, or do a drop ticket right from here and submit that directly to the carrier. Really powerful tool, allows your agents to, especially in today's day and age where a lot of people are working remote, people are all over the place, the ability to do this from not just their desktop, but at a coffee shop before they finish their latte, or on the golf course before you get to the back nine, you've submitted a case. Really powerful tool, and I think many of you will. A lot of people look at our mobile app platform and think, oh, that's probably going to be too much money for me. But you'll find that the way we package our pricing, it's a pretty affordable option, and well worth it. There's a whole bunch of other tools here. I don't want to spend too much time on this because we don't want to keep you guys here all day, but because I could spend hours on this. But really, you can. The bottom line here is the mobile app is your mobile app. So we brand it for you. We customize it to you. We even set your agency up as an Apple and Google developer in the app stores, so it's all your brand around it. And then we manage it, so you get a lot of power here for a very low cost. But yeah, that's essentially the IXN platform. Outside of some of the other tools that we do offer. We kind of went through this, so we're just going to skip through these slides unless there's something that I'm missing here, Ryan. Did I miss anything on the integration pieces?
No, I think you hit them all. It's just from my perspective, that mobile app piece is really my favorite part. And so, like what you're showing right here on the and I neglected to mention it during my portion, so I apologize for that. But what you're showing right here on this PowerPoint slide is exactly it. So when the status of the case changes, it shoots out right in that mobile app. The advisor gets the notification. It's just so sleek. So yeah, it's sexy. It's great. So I was trying to think of another word but couldn't. But no, it's really good stuff, and so we're super excited for this. And yeah, I know it's going to help out a lot of offices just with efficiency and just being effective. So.
Awesome. Yeah, so that's what you see here is, they'll get a notification that comes up here in their notification bar, just like if they're to get a text message or anything else. Mm-hmm. And then here in the notifications section, it shows submitted. Or whatever the status is. So, now we've kind of got the sandwich together here. And so we want to kind of wrap up with a couple of touch points here that that we'll talk about here. So first of all, best of breed solutions to cover your technology needs. I touched on that a little bit in kind of like talking about trying not to be everything for everybody, but being really good at what you do and then integrating with others who put the whole package together. Do you want to add anything to that? Okay.
No.
So the next point here is saving money. Ryan and I have talked to a lot of agencies together now, and we look at a lot of what's going on in the industry, their current usage, their current platforms that they're using. And I think most of the agencies we've talked to where they're using someone currently, we won't mention any names, but their initials are iPipeline. If they're looking for a better solution, and a more affordable solution, a lot of times it's a third to half of the cost that they're paying currently to put our two platforms together.
Right.
So I think that's pretty cool. I think especially in today's age right now and what's going on, a lot of people are looking for ways to cut some costs, and that's a great way to cut some costs without having to cut staff, right? There's really a focus here from both of our companies on innovation, mobility, and security. From us, definitely, mobility, obviously, I talked a little bit about that. But, and then both our companies do a really good job of this integration and the easy setup. You really don't have to do a lot on your end. You just tell us, hey, we want this integration set up, and we'll do it for you. And there's very little training needed, but we can definitely help with that as well. As far as kind of the last 2 points here, there's no integration costs. If you're a client, it's no extra costs. So obviously our platforms, there are costs. We gotta stay in business. But as far as hooking up the two, and then we have dedicated support. Both our teams are very well aware of what's going on here, and we focus.
Yeah, and I think that's a really important point. Is our respective teams are very responsive to our clients, and besides saving money, you have somebody to call that cares, and that's really a good thing. We have to have good partners in these days, and I think that has really been highlighted over the past few months, is just making sure that you're doing business with the right people, the ones that really want to see you succeed and are willing to invest to make that come true. So.
Yeah, I totally echo that. We pride ourselves a lot in our support. When you call us, when you hop on our live chat on our website, when you email support, you can expect a quick response, and we'll work with you. And I've seen the same from your team. I'm going to put our contact information up here on the screen for myself and also for Ryan. So if you're interested in getting a private demo from either of us on the platform, maybe we'll both hop on and tag team it. But if it makes sense. But if you're an IXN client and you are interested in considering SmartOffice as an agency management system, talk to Ryan there. Or if you're a SmartOffice client and you're interested in IXN, then talk to myself, and we'll get you going. All right, guys. Well, I think we've taken enough of your time. So Ryan, hey, thanks for joining me today.
No problem.
We're pretty excited. We're getting really good feedback on this integration already as it's gone live. Thanks everybody for joining us. Again, please feel free to reach out. Last thing is this webinar will be recorded and will be available on our YouTube channel most likely later today, just whenever our marketing team gets to that. So hope everyone stays safe and healthy, and make it a good day.
All right. Thanks, everybody.